Welcome to All Things SPVs, a Sally educational series dedicated to simplifying the world of special purpose vehicles. This episode is titled, How to Obtain an EIN Number for Your SPV, and I'll be covering the step-by-step how-tos to get that EIN number into your hand. As always, this is not legal advice. Talking to a qualified attorney is always wise. Additionally, this video is all about SPVs and not meant to be relevant to other use cases. So how do you get an EIN number for your SPV? You go to the IRS website, you fill out their form, and you hit submit. It sounds simple, but the form can be confusing. On this video, I'll be walking through the form twice. First, for an LLC SPV, and then a second time for an LP SPV. Similar to other All Things SPVs, this video will show you the steps to take to obtain your SPV's EIN number, but it won't discuss why one would select an LLC versus LP or other structure and legal decisions. And there's an accompanying blog post for this video at sally.co. Let's get started. When I want to get an EIN number for my SPV, I start by going to Google and putting in EIN number into the search bar. I'm going to get a number of results, but I'm looking for that irs.gov website. Get an employer identification number. There's lots of other distractions here, but grab that EIN IRS link, which will take you to the IRS EIN website. Here we're going to find a big button that says apply for an EIN. Let's click it. Here's a side note. The EIN website has office hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. So it's available most of the day, Monday through Friday. In short, it doesn't work on the weekends. Let's return to the EIN website during the hours of 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Let's walk through the LLC SPV flow first, and then we will return to the LP SPV flow. Begin by clicking on the Apply for an EIN button. We're going to click on the Begin Application button. And this is the screen where we're going to select the LLC versus LP SPV flow. So select the Limited Liability Company option. Hit Continue. This screen provides you with some instructions and education. Nothing to really see here. Hit Continue. On this screen, this asks you how many members are going to be in your SPV, or in other words, how many investors will the SPV have. For the purpose of obtaining an EIN number, it does not matter what number you put in here, so long as that number is greater than 1. A single member SPV is considered a disregarded entity, and without giving legal advice here, you should not have a single member SPV. Even if you only have one investor, the manager or organizer will be added as another member to bring the total number of members to 2. I'm going to put in 2 here because that is all that is needed. Next is please select the state where the business is physically located. That's where the SPV is going to be located. So where are you? I'm going to select Utah and hit Continue. On this page, more instructions, more education. We're doing an SPV, so I'm going to hit Continue. Here is why is this LLC requesting an EIN number? No really great relevant question here that sits really well with an SPV. I always select started a new business. Hit Continue. Now on this page, the IRS is asking about the responsible party. They are looking for a human with a social security number or ITIN number. A valid active social security number or ITIN is required. You need to put in the first name and the last name and the social security number. And the IRS is going to match that input to their database. And if it doesn't match, it's not going to allow you to proceed with the application. The second question on this page is asking you to define the relationship of the responsible party, basically the human that you just put their information in above, has with the SPV. Are they one of the owners or members of this SPV? Or there's the second option about a third party. So there's services out there that can set up or will set up or get an EIN number for you. That's not what we're going through with this video. This video is showing you how you can set up an EIN for your SPV. Now on this screen, it is asking for a physical address for your SPV. It does not allow for a PO box. It does offer, if you want your mail to be sent to another location, that you can put in an alternative address, which can be a PO box, but they're looking for a physical address for this SPV. Now on to section 4, details. The IRS is looking for more information. They want to know the legal name of this SPV. I suggest you go back to the Delaware documents that you filed, or review the name of your SPV from official documents. You don't want to get the name wrong. So double and triple check the name and the spelling. Put it in here as the legal name of the LLC. Skip the trade name because we're doing an SPV. County where it's located, state where it's located. This is coming from the prior screen when it asked you about the address. So it's self-populating. The next question is state territory where articles of incorporation have been filed. I'm always doing my SPVs in Delaware, so I've selected that jurisdiction. It's asking you the jurisdiction that you selected to set up and organize your SPV. Not the address of your SPV, not where the manager or organizer lives. What jurisdiction did you select for your SPV? And then it's asking you for your start date. Basically, when did you set up this SPV? Hit continue. The IRS wants more information about your LLC. They ask a handful of unrelated questions to an SPV. I select no on each of these and hit continue. More questions about your SPV. I always select other, hit continue. They want to dig in further on my selection of other. I select other again, and then I type in any legal purpose and hit continue. On this page, it wants to know how you would like to get your confirmation letter. This letter is important. You need it in hand to open a bank account, and you'll need it in hand for other purposes. Would you like it by mail, which could take 4 weeks? Or would you like to get it right now, here on this application at the finish line? I always select receive the letter online. Just want to make a note though, you don't want to forget to download it when you get to the finish line of this application. If you forget to download it, you'll be calling the IRS and they'll be mailing it to you. So best practices here, receive it online, but don't forget to download it when it's presented to you. On this page, you'll see a summary of the information that you inputted. This page is for you to double check all your information, make sure it's correct, and then hit the final submit button at the bottom. Do a quick double check, maybe a triple check. I always double and triple check the name, the legal name of the SPV that I set up. Quick look at other things, hit the submit button. When you hit that submit button, the next page is going to be the page in which they show you your EIN number and give you the option to download that EIN confirmation letter. Now let's walk through the LP SPV flow. Begin application. Here, because it's going to be an LP SPV, we're going to select partnerships. Continue. Next page, it's asking partnership or joint venture. This is an SPV, so we're going to select partnership. Hit continue. It's going to give you some information to think about. Hit continue. Why is this partnership requesting an EIN? I always select started a new business. Continue. And now we're on to the responsible party page. The IRS is looking for a human with a Social Security or ITIN number. A valid, active SSN or ITIN is required. You need to put in the first name and last name and a Social Security number, and the IRS is going to match that input to their database, and if it doesn't match, you're not going to be allowed to proceed. The second question on this page is asking you to define the relationship of the responsible party with the SPV. Basically, is the person that you've added above someone that is setting up, building, managing, having an ongoing relationship with this SPV. There is a second choice. I am a third party applying, meaning there's a service out there, a law firm that can have you sign some documents and they will fill out this information for you. That's not what this video is about. This video is about helping you walk through your flow of setting up and getting an EIN number for your SPV. This next page is asking you for the physical address of the LP SPV. No PO boxes are allowed. This is the physical address of where this SPV is going to be living, housing, managing, running out of. You can always add information about a second mailing address if you'd like, but the first part requires a physical address. Now onto section 4, details, and they want to know the legal name of your LP SPV. Now this is very important. Go to official documents, look at the filing you did to Delaware. Basically, you don't want to get this wrong. So put in the name, double and triple check it. You can see that the county and state are pre-populated. This is coming from prior inputs that you've made into this application. I always skip this trade name section because I'm doing an SPV. The start date is basically when you set up the SPV, and then the closing month, the accounting year, basically when are you closing your books. I always select December and whatever month and year that I set up my SPV. The application asks more additional questions. None of these are relevant for an SPV. I select no and continue. This page, more information that they'd like for you to provide. I always select other. And it's going to ask me, tell me more about that other selection. I select other again, and then I type in any legal purpose and hit continue. On this page, the IRS is asking, how do you want to receive your EIN official confirmation letter? Do you want to receive it online, downloadable, PDF format at the end of this application? Or do you want us to mail it to you? If they mail it to you, it takes many weeks to get to you. I think the best practices here is to receive the letter online. You just have to remember to download it at the end of this application when it's presented to you. If you fail to download it, you have to call the IRS and they'll mail it to you. You want that letter in your hand, set up a bank account and for other purposes. So I always select receive letter online, hit continue. And on this page, it is a summary of your inputs, asking you to review your inputs, make sure they're correct. Always look at the legal name most, double, triple check that again. Look at the other inputs that I put in, and then I hit the submit button. Once you hit the submit button, it's going to generate your number and present to you that letter in PDF format. Download it, save it, and you're done. You've got your EIN number for your SPV. There is a blog post that mirrors this educational video that includes direct links to key websites so you can follow along and get your SPV up and running quickly. This concludes our All Things SPV session on how to obtain an EIN number for your SPV. For more All Things SPVs, go to sally.co.